What's going on, my free thinking rebels? It is Stefan Subero, the holistic growth mentor, coming at you once again for a Decrypting Crypto live stream. Today's topic: Bitcoin price prediction for 2025. Prepare for a skyrocketing bull run. Listen, I am so passionate about this coming bull run, super excited for what is going to happen. And today we're going to take a minute and analyze the Bitcoin chart, take a look at its history, and come up with a very powerful prediction for the 2025 bull market. And this prediction for me, I believe, will be, again, there's a lot of things that could change, but right now, I think based on the past history of Bitcoin, this is a possible area that we could be looking at for the top. Now, this video is brought to you by the Future of Money Masterclass. A little bit more on them later on. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a certified holistic financial coach, and my purpose is to empower and educate you on using this technology, using these skills to accomplish and achieve financial freedom. Now, before we jump into the charts, let's listen to this message. As the world sinks deeper into debt, your hard-earned money loses value daily. The solution: safeguard your wealth with smart, diversified, and decentralized income strategies. Breakout Solutions is on a mission to take back personal freedom, individual rights, and financial sovereignty. As the era of CBDCs, digital IDs, and social credit system approaches, it's crucial to act now to safeguard your financial future. Introducing the Future of Money, your guide to what's happening and what is coming. Join our 90-minute session to equip yourself, your loved ones, and your business against a system bent on control. Your time is precious. Don't waste it anymore. Use the link below, join our next virtual event, and access my exclusive bonuses. Now, my friends, it's very simple what we're going to do right now. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin's history. We're going to use a specific tool called the Fibonacci retracement tool, which is a tool that allows you to see possible areas of take profits, buy entries, and exits in the market. This is used by traders, investors all the time, and it really gives you a broad idea of where we can look out for. So we're going to jump into the charts right now and take a look at how that has worked in the past. Alrighty, so we have the full history of the Bitcoin charts right now. We have marked down a couple of areas that you need to be aware of. So this blue line indicates every single halving that we've had in Bitcoin. So if you don't know what the halving is, this is the time when Bitcoin's Bitcoin's, the amount of Bitcoin that can be mined gets cut in half. Now, that is one area we're looking at, right? Every 4 years, this happens. Now, another thing we're going to be looking at is the market tops, market bottoms, and then we're going to establish what the Fibonacci retracement, how high did the price go in correlation to the Fibonacci. Now, if we look at where we are right now in the cycle, we're going to see some comparisons very soon. This is where we are in the market cycle. The next halving is expected to happen somewhere in March, April of next year. Now, let's go back into the history and take a look at what has happened before. We'll analyze the Fibonacci and kind of get an idea of what the performance was. And based on that information, we can make a calculated guess as to where the price will go. Now, to get the price prediction that I have, you got to make it all the way to the end of the video. So please stick around. And if you have not yet, please like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more powerful cryptocurrency content. So let's go back to the first crypto cycle. So we have the 2012 halving happens. Now, what are we looking at here? First thing that we see, couple months after the halving, that is when we get massive price action and movement to the upside. That's when the coin goes parabolic, goes on a massive run. Now, what are we looking out for? All-time high, market bottom of the previous cycle. Based on that, we can use a Fibonacci retracement tool to establish what possible areas of take profit or exits and entries would be. Now, I'm gonna make a separate video to really dive deep into Fibonacci, but right now all we need to know is the all-time high, the market bottom, and we want to see how far up in the fib did the price go. Now, for the first market cycle, we see that it overextended above the Fibonacci tool, and this tends to happen a lot with new coins. Back then, Bitcoin was fairly new, so there was enough. The price was so small and the amount of money in it was so little that it did not take that much to get the price up this high. Now we're going to measure from the top of the Fibonacci to where the actual top was, and we can see that it extended about 837% higher. So let's use this tool here so we can actually keep that price range in place so we can compare it. Now, 837. Now let's look at the same thing happening right now. After that, all-time high, crashed down, we created a market bottom. So now the second market, the second halving, same thing happens. A couple of months later, we start to move parabolic upwards. So let's do the same thing, right? We're going to take our Fibonacci retracement tool. We're going to trace from the all-time high. Oh, I didn't click it. There we go. All-time high to the market bottom. Now, what can we see? Let's take a look. How much higher did we go from the top of the Fibonacci to the actual top of the market? About 358%. So give or take a little bit, about half of what we did during the first cycle. Let's move on to the third market cycle. We made our all-time high, we crashed down, we created a market bottom, and now let's compare and see where we ended up on the Fibonacci based on this same price action. Now, if we look at this, this third cycle, this last cycle that passed, we hit the top, not quite the top of the Fibonacci exactly. We cut it pretty short, but I would say it was pretty accurate how close we got to the top of the fib, which means there was no overextension during this last market cycle. Why am I pointing this out to you? Because we can see clearly that every market cycle we've had a diminishing return in Bitcoin's price action based on the Fibonacci. So during the first cycle, the return above the Fibonacci was 800%. During the second market cycle, it was only about 400%, so half of it. And then right now, the last bull market, we hit the top of the fib pretty accurately, almost on point. Now, with this information, we can see that based on this, if Bitcoin was to follow the same price action, we could come to the conclusion that we may not make it all the way to the top of the Fibonacci. So we have our all-time high, and we've established a market bottom, and Bitcoin halving is coming up next year. So what should we expect? History does not repeat, but it certainly rhymes. And most of the time, especially with Bitcoin, we tend to get a lot of similarities. So my expectation, and soon I'll reveal my price target for you, is going to be a couple of months after the halving, we should break the golden pocket and start moving parabolically, maybe close to the end of 2024. And at that point, based on previous price action, I will determine that maybe, in my opinion, we're going to make it all the way to the golden ratio, which is sitting around 100,000, possible make it all the way up to 150, which, in my opinion, there's a lot of factors. Again, this price prediction is based on this specific strategy. But we know that there's a multitude of factors that could influence the change. And we're seeing so many Bitcoin ETFs coming from BlackRock to Grayscale. This is one of the main things that in my mind is also giving me an idea that the possibility of going much higher is still in the cards. But to be safe, I'm going to say that my Bitcoin price prediction for 2024, 2025 is going to be between the $100,000 and $150,000 range. Now, my friends, I hope you enjoyed my prediction. I hope you enjoyed and you learned a little bit something with me today. Now, leave in the comments, what do you think Bitcoin's price will be at the end of the next bull market? Is it going to be above 100,000? Is it going to be 500,000, 1 million? Leave it in the comments. I'll be happy to look at that and we can compare and see what we find. Now, my friends, thanks again for joining me today on this live stream. I hope you enjoyed this information. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Stefan out.